So welcome to our little service announcement section of the live stream. It is Friday. We just came back like 5 minutes ago. Actually, we were checking out Press Record stream in order to make sure that we go live. So if you're from Press Record, welcome. If you're a new subscriber from the last, let's say 2 weeks.
Yes.
Welcome. This is our more or less weekly thing. We try to do it every week if we can. Before we start off, normally we have like this nice setup. The office is a mess from the last week. So next week we'll have an upgraded intro. I've been working on that. I haven't exported it yet, and I figured that out 2 seconds ago. Next week we'll be also setting up the stereo setup like we normally have. So we'll be a little bit better looking. This is a little bit more last minute. Third of all, we'll have a couple of things to talk about this week that we briefly touched upon last week. And if you're hearing a lot of noise, that's because the window over there is open and you can hear the entire neighborhood.
And if you're not subscribed to Gone to the Snow Dogs yet, there are 61 subscribers away from 100,000 subscribers. Yes. And it's worth watching because
they're a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, so for those who didn't know, last week we went camping for, let's say, 4 or 5 days-ish? Yeah. 4 days, let's say 4 days. And we had a lot of fun with Press Record, NerdishByNature.
That's us.
That's us, yeah. Well, I mean,
Get Fit Gamer. Sorry, I'm just starting the comments here.
I only know the people by name now, so that's just
Cody.
Yeah, Cody.
Cody is broken admin.
Yeah.
Love and it's sorry.
Ooh, I'm really bad. And I think Wolves off or in Suburbia.
In Suburbia, yeah.
I'm really bad with names. I'm sorry.
And
even though these people are my friends.
Days. And I'm really bad with that too. I probably have to open our description to mention everybody.
So yeah, welcome to you guys in the comments. I've been talking to you, of course, in the chat already.
Oh, hi. It's so weird. On the iPad, it's the other way around. So the news comment appears up here, and then it moves down, and there
it's the other way around.
Weird,
so Sandy asks in the chat, did you guys get your AC fixed yet? Well, more or less. I actually took a preemptive step. I'm so sick and tired of our landlord not responding, so we more or less made an appointment at our local HVAC.
Here's the fun part. I asked her daughter if her daughter heard anything of her mom.
She used to live in this house before that.
Yeah, and they normally get along well, and all of a sudden it's like, no, I haven't heard anything from her. I'm like, I didn't yell at her, but I was like, that's a lie.
Yeah.
And Heather also mentioned, we should just make an appointment and send them the invoice. So right now we have the issue that the company that's coming here wants the money up front.
Pretty much directly, yeah.
So I told him we can pay it and just don't put it on our rent. So they get less money. Well, I don't hear anything from them. I've tried it for 8 weeks now.
It's been 2 months, and we've been gone most of the time, but the times that we are here and it's warm, it's like 68 degrees, which is translated about like 30, 32 degrees Celsius. That is really warm. And unless I put on like the big fan that I use for painting down to have paint dry, basically, it's almost impossible. So
I see we have people from Sweden. Hi.
Yes, I already secretly waved hi to them. But yeah, we basically made an appointment, so hopefully this weekend or Monday we have someone coming out and check our AC unit outside, because the problem is it doesn't cool down. Heating it does fine. It does really well.
Alright, one of the kitties is here.
Let's see. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Poor Cass. Let's see. Yeah, we're switching between stuff because normally I have like my MacBook and so on. So the chat is on the screen while also the stream is over there.
Okay.
Little
Let's see where the other one is. Not in here. Hey,
Daryl Free says, I'm new, I enjoy your vlogs, you two make a great couple. Well, that's why we're married. Are you done yet? Hello there. I see Brody, Ivan, hello. Oh, I'm not sure if I can pronounce this. Abdullah? I'm really bad with names. Just hi Devin, hi Stefan, Ginger Snaps, Teresa, Joanne, of course. Hi. Lynn Black. Who have I missed so far?
Joanne.
I already said that.
All right.
So yeah,
Down,
welcome.
Hello. Yeah, the kitties.
He's absolutely enjoying it.
Press Record was talking about that Jack is more like a dog. This one is more like a dog too.
Yeah, Finn is a little bit like a dog.
Yeah.
So
and Nora is more like a
Devora asks, what's my favorite food? Anything that has lots of sugar in there, chocolate, or pizza.
It has pizza in it, like pizza ice cream. So it
Just pizza in general.
basically it breaks down to burgers without anything on it, pizza and ice cream and sweets.
Yeah. So the reason why we actually start a little bit
and
later...
And alcohol.
The reason, yeah.
And sodas.
Yeah. So the reason why we started a little bit later is because over the last 4 weeks-ish, like last month, our ice cream place close by called Jenny's closed down because of a bacteria that was discovered in a different competitor. Thank you, Neighbor Kid, for the loud clapper thing.
It's the kitties too. We call them Rascheltunnel because they make the noise.
That's the tunnel.
And tunnel is tunnel, so the kitties love them.
Yeah. But the reason, because they have been closed preemptively to make sure everything's fine. And today they opened up and we wanted to be first in line, which we were. And we also might have been on the news.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to hunt for that for, I think it's...
Seriously, I was the first in line. It's like the local 10 something.
Yeah.
No.
I know, probably WCBS or something.
No,
CBN.
it's 10 News something.
See, we don't watch TV. That's why we don't know the local television. But it has like a WNBS or something.
No, that's the... Never mind.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, we came back from that because they opened up at 7.
Hey, Cass.
Idiot.
And the other one is hanging up there.
Yeah. How old am I? I'm almost 26.
And how old am I? Way older than him.
27.
Yeah, right.
Let's just keep that.
Yeah.
Thing.
Alright, let's see. Local news.
Oh dear. But yeah, we basically came from that, and an older couple was there and saw me with my Starbucks drink.
WBNS 10 TV. WBNS, that's just dumb.
Yeah, the local couple was there at the ice cream store, and I actually, before that, went to Starbucks to get the s'mores.
Explanation: Starbucks is directly next to Jenny's ice cream, and because we were so early, he was like, "I want Starbucks," and I'm like, "Starbucks and ice cream? That's kind of like not the same thing, but very close." Yeah. Much entertainment in the back.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I basically mistook my appetite for ice cream by also then having double ice cream, and then the older couple was like, "Okay, so what's next? Pizza?" I was like, "That sounds delicious," which I then chose to eat. So that's the reason why we started a bit later.
So we have a question. Do you guys know how to get into the next camping trip with the YouTubers?
Yes, just be part of the Facebook group.
Yeah, there are three Facebook groups, but the one that organized this one was the the Michigan and Midwest YouTube group. Because
Michigan is not part of the Midwest.
It started off as the Michigan group, and then they extended it for the rest of the Midwest.
Yeah.
There's also a Cincinnati and Tri-State. It's always like very specific.
It's a lot of words, but that's one of the things that you could potentially get in, but it's not really that you have to apply for anything. If you can make it out, it's cool. Yeah. In this case, it was kind of nice that we actually hung out with people that we knew, so it was nice.
I think we will organize more things in the future.
I mean, we would definitely want to do another meetup here.
We should do it at the dam, at that area, where we can barbecue and hang out.
Oh, yeah, we could.
We should put the...
I'm trying, but they roll into that in tubes. Speaking of lots of sugar in food, the Mexico Coca-Cola company uses their Coke with cane sugar, which is what they do in Europe too, and lots of it. The containers are glass, so strange, which is actually something we like. We have them from time to time in Europe. I need to send them to you guys soon. You don't have to. I mean, I know how they are. That's always the thing that I say when American friends ask, like, what's the difference with Europe and America? Mainly, the Coke is like the best example. European Coke, if it's mainly Western European, if it's made like in Germany, the Netherlands, like that area, they use different ingredients which are very strict in rules. And the US has a lot of high fructose corn syrup.
I'm not sure what they put in the European one. Anyways,
Cane sugar.
But it's still like half a bottle of sugar.
Well, I mean, that's because it's sugar.
It also depends if you're flying, for example. You sometimes get the Dutch Coke if you're flying from Germany, although it's filled in Dutchland.
Yes.
And that already tastes different than the German one.
Yeah.
And it's also like if you go to a restaurant, they do the syrup and then they add water, the sparkles, so it's not already mixed.
Yeah.
I think they do the same thing here.
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently we have a lot of new viewers who are in the chat, which is awesome. Like always, I would like the original viewers who have been here, for a while. If you see any comments in the chat that you know the answer to, either try to already reply to those so we don't have to, or we'll just address it one more time. For instance, one of the comments I see from Daryl Free is, how did you two meet? Well, actually kind of funny. We'll keep it very short and brief.
We actually have to upload a video at some point.
We will. We met each other through YouTube, weirdly enough.
Because YouTube is the best dating platform ever, even if you're not looking.
Yeah, we both entered a more or less competition for Google. I got in, she didn't. I flew out to London because it was a week thing with Google. She happened to be there for something else. We met up one day on Sunday because that's the day I flew in. We saw each other for the first time. It was really nice. We were friends. Half a year later, we got back in touch again because I was planning to go to LA. She was going to LA.
I was already here, and I gave him tips for hotels in
LA.
LA.
And then we started talking over the course of a couple of months leading up to that. We met each other for realsies in LA in June. And after that, I pretty much knew for sure that I liked her a lot. Like a lot. When we started to hang out more from week to week, we happened to go to places where we saw each other. Mainly events and things we happened to go to.
And then I was like, hey, I'm going to America for work. Want to join me for at least 3 months?
Yeah, so I joined her for 3 months.
So we didn't move in together, we just moved to a different continent together.
That turned into a whole clusterfuck of visa
drama.
problems. We will not make it too hard. Please, community, help us out with that if you see any comments like that. Basically, it came down to I couldn't be here because of visa problems. Nothing serious and scary. But
serious. Hello.
It was just a big hurdle, let's just say that, a challenge.
Yeah.
A year later, we got married, which is last year. So in July 12th will be our anniversary. And that means that we're married for a year, which makes us happy.
Almost.
Almost. So in 2 months. Yeah. Almost. About, let's say a month and a half.
What is it?
It's just 22nd. And since then, we live here in the U.S., which hopefully will be a thing.
Which
on
is
the topic of a visa, she has a work visa. I have a visa that is dependent of her visa. They're trying to make changes to that in the U.S. It's very slow, very painful, and it sucks really bad for a lot of people, including ourselves, because it puts us in a position that is not easy. Let's just say that. Right now, Sara actually got noticed that in September, which is the end date of our visa, her position at her current company is completely being cancelled. Cancelled. So that means that she has an X amount of time before that to find a new company who's willing to take over her visa, extend it, and that means that we can stay there. But that is one of the challenges that we talked about, I think, last week. It is a lot of work, and we actually haven't really talked about it in the vlog yet, and I want to take the time to really explain what that means for the actual video when we're making it, because so far we've only talked about it in a live stream. So,
yeah, weirdly enough.
Because it's easier for us to talk in a live stream, off
and
topic.
answer questions and stuff. Which also, we have the question, are you planning on getting a husky? The thing is, we would love to have a husky, but one, we are not sure if we can stay here.
Yeah.
So we
also,
don't really want to track a husky in the plane and stuff. Yeah. And we don't have a backyard, and I really want a backyard, so
if you watch
the poor dog actually can run.
If you watch Press Accord and Gun to the Snow like Jess, they both have a decent-sized fenced backyard, so that the dog or dogs can run around and roam without too many problems. When Nora was here, it was all fine, but I went out 4 hours per day taking her running for the entire week she was here. So I was tired, she was tired, she didn't need to run as much.
It's awesome because you actually get out of the house.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
You can use your penny board, and I can use my skates. We can go to the dog park and trails. And
I said in those vlogs every single day, like, it's the best excuse to do stuff.
Yeah.
And we keep making jokes while we were camping, and before that, of course, too. Like, people who always comment on Jess's videos, why doesn't my mom want to let me get a husky? And we all made the joke, well, there are two videos. First off, the amount of fur that they release. Second of all, how hyperactive they are the majority of their lives. So at least for, let's say, the first 8 to 10 years, they're so active, you need to take them out. Otherwise, it's pretty much not a crime, but it's just very mean to the animal because it just needs the space to roam. But yeah, we would love to have a husky, absolutely. When we came back from Jess a couple of months ago for the first time in the winter, it was so much fun, and I was like, I really would love to have a husky at some point. The thing is,
I always get the vibe from huskies that they're more like cats, and not like cats, but they lie like this, and they talk to you, and they're very active and playful and trying to figure out things. So, I think it would mix well, but we would have to get a baby one, otherwise the cats might not accept a bigger one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, guys, if you leave comments in the chat, we'll be reading them. We'll not always be able to address them because sometimes it goes a little fast. But Teresa said, you're lucked out and got to come home for camping with... I got home with some pretzel buns. Don't tell anyone. But I may or may not have gotten at least like 9 pretzel buns.
Oh,
maybe. They're like half of them are gone because, well, let's be real, I love pretzel buns. The world famous Michigan Take 5 Deli pretzel buns.
Yes.
I'm not sure if they're actually like a all-round nationwide available, those particular ones, but Jess has them for her deli.
My huskies are just needy cats. Yeah, that's about right. That's how I see it.
Cats are already needy to begin with, so they're super needy?
Oh, yeah. It's just a big cat.
Yeah.
I love huskies. The thing what I normally don't like is when you have a dog and it gets wet, it smells, and huskies don't do that. Mm-hmm. So huskies are awesome.
Aridet yet says in the comments, huskies are the most vocal dogs too.
Like our cats.
Yes and no. Depends on the dog you have, but they're very talkative. Huskies, they talk more, like wow, wow, wow.
It's so funny. Mm-hmm. And if you have 4, it's ridiculous. All of a sudden you have like 4 huskies, see one other dog, and it's like...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hi, you two. Are you back?
Stefan says, I hope you can stay there. I wish it was easier to get your visa like in Europe, Belgium. Oh, you're a Belgian person, so yeah, you pretty much know how it is. Europe, it's not better, but it's just easier explained, and I believe it's just also, it helps to have a better system that is not as cheated as much in the US. The US has just a lot of problems. And I just call it my...
Big borderlines.
I call the US my dysfunctional family member. I take it for what it is because I still love it regardless. It's like your handicapped brother or sister, I guess. But like all I said, I really love the US regardless of all the issues.
I'm working on something big right now. It could go
really
big? Yeah.
Okay.
It could go really big.
Okay.
No?
I'm just saying.
You don't think so?
Sure, I hope so. It would be nice.
I hope you support me with this.
No, I will not!
You go out of the country then. I'll stay. You guys will see it. I hope I can finish my part on the weekend, and then it goes on for the next 2 or 3 months. Uh-huh. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of stress between the two of us. I know that already. By
the way, guys, can you hear the... bikes outside that have like those playing cards between their spokes? If it's really bad, I just close the window, I guess. Let me know.
Yep.
So yeah, that's one of the things, like the visa thing is currently definitely a not a problem but a challenge. Hopefully we can solve that soon.
Working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking, he would love to sing Columbus.
Yes.
We're also obviously looking for other places, so right now
for the future it's something else, but that's, for now I think we're good here.
The thing is, I'll accept whatever comes along the way, not obviously, if we have choices, we'll also take location in consideration.
Well,
that rhymed.
Let's just say this: when it comes to it, like the last moment, and we really have to have something, I will accept anything too, because I'd rather stay here than have to think about all the stuff we have to pack.
Yeah.
And leave.
But the good thing is half of the stuff here is not even ours. It belongs to our landlord. So we finally could get our own bed and our own sofa, which costs money and stuff. And I would consider moving, for example, to Denver. Yep. Even if we have the same weather there. But we have friends there already. Plus Denver is really nice.
We just have to convince Mike and Brittany to also come along.
Well, I heard...
They were talking.
I heard. I'm not... It's not now or anything, but it's something they would consider living at.
Yep.
So, if you all move to Denver, that would be fun.
Simon says.
No. Simon doesn't say.
Is there any state that you would want to visit again following the Fiesta road trip you did?
Every
single state.
Every freaking single state. I love the US. I don't care.
I've not been to the northwest part of it.
Yeah, you guys see it? Mirror.
We have the map over there, but it's not stuck. So let's see if I can.
Here.
Don't look at my underwear.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay,
I've been to a lot of states already because I've done like road trips from the west coast to the east coast.
See, we have a American.
Okay, I've been to here, not to this part. I haven't seen that part up here, and I really want to see the whole coast. And I want to go to Hawaii here. Where have you been?
Well, the thing is,
you guys have mainly toured this one.
I've been on tour for 3 weeks in the U.S. in 2006. The only problem was I was doing drum corps, and for anyone knowing how drum corps is, half the time you don't even know where you are, as long as you just get to play some music and do a show, and that's what I did. So I slept a lot less than normal. I was just making music. So we actually landed in, I think it was, we landed like in here, like in the Chicago region. And we basically did like a heart shape over the U.S. in that corner. I mean, we've been to like this area here. I haven't been down south yet.
I've done all, let's say like all of this.
Yep.
I'm missing that part.
I haven't been up here yet. I've been to L.A. in the region, like in that area. That was a lot of fun. I mean, you haven't, of course, been to Hawaii and Alaska, but we'll get there at some point.
I also did a road trip technically from here to here when I drove down to Dragon Con.
Yeah, so Lisa asked in the chat, what about Michigan? Absolutely.
Michigan.
Is that for travel or for...
we have to go back for camping. We were thinking about the Mackinac Bridge. There's a camping ground up there.
That's where I think that's where Jess and Jamie are going.
Oh, yeah.
They're going a little bit north of the Mackinac Bridge, but yeah.
Okay, Ivan says, are you guys still thinking of going to VidCon? Because apparently Breast Record is unfortunately not going.
Well, I can say we are still planning on going, regardless of what the plans were. Really sucks that
I really want Mike and Brittany there because it's like we already were excited, like all the 5 of us, and if it's just 3 of us, or Josh wants to go for sure. So would suck because I really want them there. So
well, I mean, we actually talked about it privately, of course, and. They decided because they don't have the financial stability, neither do have us, but we actually pre-planned it already a little bit, so we already have our tickets, so we don't have to worry about those parts of things. But yeah, it sucks really badly because, like I say, we really wanted to have them with us, but we're still going. I'm not sure if they canceled the plan to go for a longer time, I guess. It's still a couple of weeks from VidCon, so things might still change. And I'm not sure if they actually had tickets. If they do, then there's always a way that they might still join us at some point, maybe in a different way. But yeah, I hope so. Ivan says in the chat, NerdishByNature goes on tour 2015.
Well, I wish.
Let's make it 2016 maybe for next year.
I would love to have just a means to travel and travel the US without any time restriction, which is the main issue right now because you just get like 10 days of vacation here and that just sucks.
Devora says the Mackinac Bridge is always in the Gone to the Snow Dogs vlogs. Fun fact, they love that bridge so much that they will just drive randomly to it to just go over it and back.
Yeah.
They actually took us up there when we were there and I was like, that sounds like fun.
The question was for Michigan if you would live there.
Yeah.
Maybe not Detroit because I'm not allowed to move to Detroit.
No,
so.
not Detroit.
I would totally buy like a whole street and renovate it because it's so cheap. But he's like, nope, I don't want to get shot and I don't want drugs. So.
Nope. But maybe a little bit more up north. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I would like to move somewhere that I still have some friends that we can hang out with. I mean, you can always make new friends, but you know what I mean. But yeah,
it's closer to Jessica and Chris.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, Alpena is a little bit really far north, but yeah, sure.
I don't care. They have internet.
True, they have internet.
And you can go sledding with the Huskies.
I'm just going. I will probably be like the new dog babysitter instead of Greg. I will just be the replacement. Like I'll just sit with the dogs like 24/7.
And I would work in the diner.
In the deli.
Deli.
Yeah.
I would make it into a diner.
Mm-hmm.
They can have it during daytime, and I'd take the night shift.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so much fun. Imagine you can sit there and actually edit your videos at the same time and make photos and. Oh my god, I would love that. That's one of my dreams, having a restaurant or a diner.
Oh my god, look at this. This name is getting really hard.
Alright, what is it?
Violin? So, let's just pick this. Let's just choose Dexter.
F. Dexter?
F. Dexter. I would be too busy fangirling out for my favorite YouTubers. VidCon to be able to get anything else out of it. Actually, we are people that... We do enjoy VidCon by just going.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
But yeah, I don't really have the problem of fangirling that much because we know so many of them in person. It's just that all of us, including especially those YouTubers, are so busy all the time that we get maybe 5 seconds longer to talk to them. But that's really it because before VidCon they're usually busy with other things. During VidCon they're busy, and after VidCon they just crashed from being surrounded by people all the time. And that's usually the time when we have to fly. Yeah.
So right now we also have the issue because I don't know where I will be working in July, so we can't really book a flight, which sucks because the flight prices are going up now, and we wanted to wait for 45 days beforehand.
Yep. So one of those things we just have to make sure that everything works out.
Talking about flying, we're flying to Europe.
Oh yeah.
We are having UK. We are having a meet. No, we actually have 2 meetups. One in London on Saturday the 6th. Yes.
I don't know the time.
And on the 8th in Bath, we will go to the Fashion Museum first, which is not part of the meetup, but whoever wants to join can do that. And after that, we're meeting up at Wood and Hall. It's such a cool place. It's really awesome. It's like
just go to the fan page.
Yeah, go to our fan page events. There's a tab events.
Facebook.com/reunited. It's also in the description where you can find more info. If you're in the UK, we'll be flying to the UK for a wedding of friends of ours, and then we'll be traveling to Dutchland for a day or two to see my family for a little bit, and then we're continuing to Germany to see some family and a wedding of her brother.
And we're staying at Games for a Vlog for 2 days. That's the time when we're in London. So we have 2 days in London, we have 2 days in Bath, where 1 day is a wedding. We have 2 days or 3 days in Netherlands, and the rest, I think 4 or 5 days is in Germany.
Yeah, just because of the wedding of her brother. So we'll be traveling within Germany a little bit. Too. Yeah, I'm really
we might go to the Alsace or Black Forest, or if you guys want to see something in the south, let us know in the comments, so we can maybe plan that. We do have a car. We obviously can't drive to Berlin or whatever because that's a bit too far. Not for American standards.
No, but that's too far.
No, I don't want to travel that much because we're already traveling a lot. So, but if it's like Heidelberg, we have been to Heidelberg, so we don't actually have to go there. What we might do, I have my godson. We could drop off the.
That's what I was talking about earlier this week.
Maybe 2 hours. that's like
Yeah, so those vlogs will be
acceptable.
pretty crazy. So that means that I think for 1 week at least we won't be able to properly stream. We'll see if we can do like a hangout.
Oh, we can stream from Germany, but it will be a really short one.
Yeah.
What I'd rather do, if you guys have questions, like, could you show us how the bakery stuff looks like? Because I'm always like, oh my god, we have the best, like, rolls and stuff you don't find in America.
Mhm.
We could film that stuff, show it. Or if you are like, could you guys go to beer testing? And you do beer testing and I just film you.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Or
Country Tang asks, will we ever come to Sweden? This is like a standard thing YouTubers will say. Yes, we will. I would absolutely love to go. I actually wanted to go to Sweden.
I've been to the first Swedish YouTube gathering with Martin and so on. So we will see Martin at the
maybe
wedding.
we can figure out something with Martin for next year.
Yeah, the thing is, if we had
Let's
the freedom to
think-
do whatever, we would go to the Dutch YouTube gathering, which is happening this weekend, right? Dutch YouTube gathering.
Oh, that's today and
That's
tomorrow.
today and tomorrow. We would
Not sure if
go
that is
to
Sunday.
the Swedish ones. We would go to a couple of UK ones. We would fly here. We would also go to cosplay conventions and stuff.
Sandy asks in the chat, if your visas expire and you have to go back, let's hope that doesn't happen, will you be able to continue the vlogs? Of course, I don't want you to go back. Of course we would continue the vlogs. We have been vlogging before this. It just makes things very interesting in the process.
I mean, for the vlogs, it's obviously also interesting because
Yeah.
we would be in a different country. We just wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Because I don't necessarily want to live in either of our countries. I would, but to be fair, it probably would be the easiest to move to my hometown because I have a lot of connections through my parents already. And
Work-wise.
And we could live cheap.
Yeah.
But it's nothing we actually fancy because it doesn't really help us, like,
Yeah.
career-wise or YouTube-wise or whatever we want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It would just help us to survive. So
when it comes to it, we'll still do the vlogs the same way.
the vlogs for sure. It's more like, what would we do if we had to leave?
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't want to think about.
We don't want to think about. And I don't know, I quoted that the other day. Someone said, no, it was actually in a show. It's like, no, it was on the radio. Our morning guys.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, yeah, you can have a plan B or C, but don't spend any time on planning on it. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. Just focus on what you want to do. And I totally agree. So we try to stay here. We'll do that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to push out that monster project. And if I don't get a job after that, I'm like, okay, let's leave.
Yeah.
They don't want me here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I hope you guys support that. There will be a really crazy part, which is like ridiculous. And I'm not expecting the thing to fly. If it flies, it's scary. If it's actually happening, I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah.
To be honest. Then I need a lawyer. We need to talk to people. We need to make it happen.
Well, then we're going to go through our list of begging people. Then I'm going through a list of people that I know would possibly be of help, but those are the people I don't usually want to talk to for those reasons.
Yeah.
But hey, we can. Are we dead yet? Asked. Have you thought of Canada? Of course we have. We think about Canada every single time that we think of Canada.
But Canada has similar issues when it comes to visa. It's not as crazy because obviously 9/11 didn't happen there. But getting a work visa isn't easy either. So I mean, we could leave and probably stay there for 3 months with the kiddies.
Yeah.
That would be an
if
option.
we would have to, we just rent a truck.
Should we do that? We couldn't rent a truck. Can we take?
Yeah,
we
can borrow
we
a
are
truck.
able to take our car over the border, right?
Then we have to borrow or get a trailer behind it.
Oh my God!
That's
Would you live in
the-
a trailer for 3 months?
Nope, I don't want to.
You would rather go back to Europe? Okay.
Simon,
you guys are part of our family, so you're
Simon.
included.
Probably you guys have more to decide than us. Simon asks, if the worst comes the worst and you have to go back to Europe, would you be allowed to move all the stuff you have before you leave the country? Well, it depends on how long we have. Probably we'll have to ask a lawyer to make sure, or we have to contact the immigration office in Columbus or in Chicago, I think, to make sure. But we won't be able to move 90% of the stuff regardless of the most interesting things, like my MacBook, the tech stuff will come with us. But
the
we'll
thing
have
is,
to
my
pack.
company would pay my flight, so we would have to pay his flight, and we can transport some stuff, but not all of it, obviously. So we had to sell stuff. And the question is, for example, we would still try to get some sort of solution, but it could take years before we were able to come back to America. So would we keep this? We love our car, so would we keep the car or sell it? Because it is driving. It
would suck if we put it somewhere on the driveway and it doesn't get used.
Yeah, if it's not getting used, it's gonna get bad.
Basically, it's gonna get just as bad.
And if we sell it, it's like we're giving it out basically for cheap, and it's a good car to drive. I mean, it's not a new model or anything.
Well, let's just say this, that it's better now than it was when we bought it.
No, that's not true.
We've done a lot of work on it.
No, we currently have a noise, and I want you to get it figured out.
Well, that's not something that is instantly killing us.
Maybe.
But yeah, I would like to wrap it off more or less.
What, already?
Yeah, because we have to do some other things here.
Oh, but no.
But yes.
But people ask questions. I want to ask.
That's okay.
Questions.
Well, they can save it for next week.
No.
No, next week.
No, I'm excited. Come on.
5 more minutes.
Just wanted to see how the stream is going. Well, it's going. Did you guys know that there is an actual Ewok village in Costa Rica? No, I didn't know that. I actually wanted to read that earlier, and then it just disappeared. I was watching the vlogs from a year ago and wanted to ask. Oh my god! I just repeat.
If the NerdishCraft server is still up. Yes and no.
Well,
the original NerdishCraft server is no longer on because that's the server that I had running when I was in Dutchland. There is a version that I gave to one of the people who would be I'm not sure if you actually seen the chat, I don't think so, but he basically got a copy of that and he's trying to get it running again, but what?
Sandy, sorry.
Yeah.
Can I?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you want to finish the NerdishCraft?
Oh, I mean, I would like to get NerdishCraft running, but we said at the time to like.
As soon as we have figured out the visa stuff, we'll get the.
We'll probably look into it again.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played Minecraft in a while, so
me neither.
That's mainly because we've been busy, which is a good thing.
So, Sandy was joking. Here's a stupid question, and of course it is too late. But if you had a baby, would you still have to go back if they were born here?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. It depends
on the situation.
Yeah. So
yes, because the kid would be American and we would be the parents.
We would get a visa for them.
A visa or a green card?
No. I think it's more like an allowance that you can stay here up to the point when they are 21.
Yeah, but by that time, most people would already have solved the problem of staying here. So, unless you're a really bad person, you don't know how visas work.
We could have technically gotten pregnant last year and born a kid now, and
then
things would have been better.
But I don't want to be talking to my kid in the future saying like,
you're our green card and that's why you're here.
Yeah, you better be.
We don't actually like you and leave the house. So.
Yeah. But yeah, we in theory yes. In practical, actual real life situation, I don't even know if it would work the same way.
It's like Ting. Yeah. We can stay now. It's there was actually, that's why it's for Chinese a bit difficult. They have
different rules.
They have different rules for Chinese citizens because a lot of Chinese girls came over, got pregnant, so they could stay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Japanese girls. It's true. It's not just like crazy stuff. I actually met one of the girls while I was in LA, and she's like, yeah, the Japanese girls come to Hawaii and try to find an American to marry so they can stay in the country. She actually fell in love with one guy, but he cheated on her, so she sat in LA, and I don't know if she left. She tried to get a green card.
Yeah.
That's the first time when I actually helped someone setting up the green card stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Well, last 3 minutes before we're going to wrap the stream.
Let's see.
Because it says Quicky in the title. It says Quicky, so that means that it's less than an hour. Less than half.
Really?
Just over half an hour.
Oh, come come on.
Nope.
But Mo.
Not but Mo.
Yes, but Mo.
No, but Mo.
So, we already replied to the question whether a husky we would love to, but since the whole visa situation isn't figured out and we don't have a big backyard, not right now, but it is definitely on the want to have list for the future.
Yeah.
Jurre?
One last question for me. Ivan asked. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I'm legitimately going to round up. Ivan asked, "What got you in photography? I find your style very cool and interesting."
You don't like my style?
No, he's asking it. Well, I mean, your style's different from mine. Clearly. I don't know. I like your style. Does that count? I mean, I have to say that your style is good because I'm married to you. A happy Ewok? It's a happy Ewok.
I'm not happy.
I don't know. I mean, I used to enjoy photography already when I was younger. I just didn't have the tools for it. And since, well, I got a little bit older and I got some money, I invested that in a decent camera. And I slowly upgraded to what I have now. And now I'm finding the passion of the film photography again. Or, actually not again, but I found that as a new, interesting part of a hobby. I don't know, it's just doing it, I guess. Same for you, like how to get bigger on YouTube. Just keep going and doing stuff.
Yeah, you have to experiment. If you don't use it and do stuff.
Yeah. Well, I clearly have a very distinct style, I guess. You can tell photos when they're made by me, because they definitely look a little bit different than.
Well, let's say it like this: we definitely have issues when it comes to color grading because
I have a very distinct style.
At the beginning, he was doing too much color. And now he's doing too much dark.
Nah.
It's just...
It's a style.
You have a slight ego problem there.
No.
For example, if you have a client and they want wedding photos, they want light wedding photos.
Here's the thing.
Don't color them dark.
Here's the thing.
Unless it's a goth wedding.
No. Here's the thing. If they want us or me to make photos, they know what I do and they expect the same... Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. So just because you can say, oh yeah, I can make photos, that means that I instantly no longer have to do a style.
No, you can do your style. But sometimes you have to take in consideration who you are working for.
I'm just saying that my photos are good.
I'm not saying your photos are bad. I didn't, guys, tell him in the comments. I didn't say his photos are bad. I'm just saying we are arguing over color correction. Which doesn't have to do anything with motive and
So here's the trick.
shot.
Here's the trick. What I've done the last times is I make all the color gradings the first, export them, give them to the people, and I make Sara do the photos she wants to do differently, and people get the second set of photos in that style. Because it's true. I can do photos in like 3-4 styles, which I like, but I'm like, this is the best one.
Yeah, that's a hard thing if you have a really cool shot and you try different
Well, I mean, here's
colors.
the thing. Most
and
photos,
you're like, damn it. And it looks different in every style.
Well, majority of the time, I know what style I'm going for, so I'm preemptively shooting in a certain color or like brightness range and so on. Let's make it on this company. But I will shoot preemptively to make it look a certain way. But sometimes you have like, I could make it very stylized or I can make it very unstylized in a different way. So, that's interesting.
Chakra just said they make photography students start with film in most schools. I would actually do it. Easy. I would actually do it no matter what it is. If you study film, I would do photography, and if you study photography, film. I think setting up a frame for a photo
is easy.
Helps you understand how the thing has to be set up, and after that, you can turn it into motion. You can do it obviously from the other direction too, but if you have both perspective still and moving, you kind of understand the big picture.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I don't know.
Look at you. You're so cute.
Live stream post.
Regal post.
Okay, guys, time to wrap up the stream. I know you're stopped moaning about it. Why? Nope. You know how it works. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. Next week we'll be back. Everything should be set up. We have a new intro next week.
Oh yeah, and the project is online.
Without spelling mistakes this time, so keep an eye out on that.
We can talk about the project, and you guys can give me feedback. What do you think, and if it's just too much over the top, or.
With that said, we'll be back next week, and otherwise, make sure to check out the vlogs. We are currently 2-ish days behind because of the camping vlogs. Make sure you check those out because it was a lot of work getting those edited down to something that's watchable and not go over like 15 to 30 minutes. For instance, Press Record had a long vlog.
We too. We had one over 20 minutes.
Multiple days.
It's
really, I know some of you guys enjoy those.
It's really hard to cut down to 20 or 15 minutes if you have like an hour of footage.
So that's why also that's like definitely my or our style that I just make music videos out of everything. Because it's so much more fun to edit. But yeah, make sure you watch those vlogs. We should be caught up probably by the end of
if you edit
Sunday?
If you edit another video tonight.
Yeah, sure. And
say it's not happening.
Yeah, but
I love you though.
Yeah, I know. You're trying to extend it again. I know how it works.
I just want the keys.
You just want the keys?
I just want the keys.
Okay, here goes the keys. That's in the keys. Okay. Well, guys, have an awesome night. We'll see you.
Oh, wait.
We'll see you later. No, Sarah. No, I know you're.
Yeah, when I learned photography too, it was still analog. I was actually using
slides